Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Perth's premier podcast, Monkey Sword Fight, with me, your host, Jordan Patrick, and my co-host, Mr. Michael Dots.
Word with dots. Be careful how you are talking to yourself because you are listening. Think positive thoughts, people.
Nice.
There you go.
Like that one.
Yeah.
Andy Mack on the ones and twos as per usual.
Happening.
And we're joined from the one and the only, my big brother, Paul Patrick.
Happening, guys.
How are you, bro?
Good.
Good stuff,
Thanks
man.
for having me back on.
You're very welcome.
I liked it the last time. It was great.
Just because you get to talk for a while,
I've made 2 new friends. That takes up to 3.
That's it.
No, it's alright. Once again, get in contact with us, monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com, Twitter, MSF_podcast, and Facebook, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast.
Instagram, Monkey Sword Fight Podcast, all one word.
Yeah, we're on all the social medias.
We are, yeah. I'm trying to get that thing, you know how they have the new questions thing that annoys everyone?
Yeah.
That's just the worst part of social media to me. Ask me questions.
You know what
It's like, no, fuck off, bro. I'm scared of
I
it.
don't understand it. See, I get it when famous people do it because it's drumming up interest and I've got a connection with your fans, but it's when like Davey from the like, ask me a question. No, Davey, go fuck yourself.
Dave, I just left work. Why would I? No, but I want to use it for our page for Braw knows or whatever. But I think you need to have a certain amount of followers. So I'm trying to get the followers up.
We need to start showing the Instagram a bit more.
Yeah.
Again, I'm having trouble on my phone, so whenever I try and post anything, all the post buttons on almost all social medias are on the right hand side of your phone, and the right hand side of my phone's fucked. So, like when I'm texting, everyone's like signing me up because I've got to turn my phone sideways to text, and I look like some sort of like 2006 socialite.
Some would be in the 2006.
Socialite girl.
Yeah.
We got a big Paris Hilton fan back in the day. Like that.
Who was it?
I wasn't big, but I mean, I was a fan.
I like the what was her last film she did?
I'm really not going to answer that.
A Night in Paris?
Nice try, but no.
We'll go
I thought you meant her sex tape, sorry.
That, I was a fan.
It was called The Bling Ring.
I'm sure it was. No joke.
2013.
The Bling Ring?
Yeah, and
Nice.
she played herself. That's in her
I'm
filmography
sure she
on
did play herself. I'm
Wikipedia.
sure that was in her first film she played herself too. Right, that's plenty. Anyway, this is
What a
really
start.
This is really awkward.
We've hit the ground running.
This is really awkward because the next bit of feedback I'm about to go into is from my mum.
Oh.
Sent us possibly, I might be
Very
biased.
Freudian.
This might be my favourite bit of feedback we've ever received, and I'm biased because it's my mum. Love you, mum. We got a text message from my mum last Friday just saying, been feeling shitty today, but I've listened to 3 podcasts on the trot and it's made me feel much better. Loved Smithy and Mary's, and Andy is very listenable. Well done to you all. Love you and Mike too.
Oh.
Wicked.
So big shout, Mama Pats, and I've convinced her she's going to come on.
Yeah.
She's like, no, you came on. I'm like, I was like, that'll make it even funnier.
That'll be good.
When you put that in our group chat, I was a little emotional. I was
Yeah.
like, wow, this is good that people think like that. I've been emotional all week, so if I burst out crying in the middle
You
of
okay?
this...
Do you need a hug?
I think I do need a hug afterwards.
Yeah. Group hug.
Yeah.
Hug
please.
after. Anyone else had any feedback?
No feedback this week.
I've got some feedback from previous guest Mazza.
Oh yeah.
It was just the simplified anatomy behind hangovers, and it's quite a long one. So she's been studying. Long-time listener Ali Cook with this response. Shout out to Ali.
She's also a qualified nurse, so she cares what she's on about.
Not that Ali doesn't know what he's talking
No.
about. But no, the brain releases a hormone in normal function in humans called an antidiuretic hormone. So it's released from a gland at the base of the brain. Anyway, alcohol contains an ingredient which actually switches off this hormone. Because of this, we end up pissing out a shit ton of our body fluid supply on a night out. Another point she just wanted to make was booze is full of sulfates, which are known toxins and cause you to feel unwell. The worst part of this all is that icy glass of OJ the next morning is actually so highly concentrated with sugar that in simple terms it draws water from the bloodstream to dilute the concentration, dehydrating you further. And then she finishes off by saying, after learning these facts at uni, I can confirm that I spent 3 years rigorously testing that theory. It's all true. For your information, caffeine does the same thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out for the awesome feedback.
I
there.
never
That's
drink
really
caffeine
good.
when I'm hungover, man, because I get heart palpitations as it is, so the last thing I want in my system when I'm hungover is caffeine.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't drink that when I'm hungover.
That's why you're getting heart
This is
palpitations.
my pocky juice, man.
juice.
Leave my pocky juice alone.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee when I'm hungover either. It's probably because I wake up late anyway, and I'm like, you know what? I don't need anything to get up.
See, I've been off since last Friday. I'm off for 2 weeks with a wee man, and I've not touched a drop of coffee. So I only drink coffee when I'm at work.
Oh, all right.
I think it's like I've not even bothered. I've got coffee sitting in the house, and I've been cutting about for the last couple of days. And
First thing I do in the morning is go to the baker's and get a vanilla latte. Every morning. They know my name. They ask me I'm getting
Usual?
on. Yep, basically don't need to ask anymore. Me and the guy I work with, Stevie, we go in and they're just like, no bother, don't even need to ask, and they just turn and make our coffee. It's great.
If I don't get coffee before like 10:30, I'm a shit bag for the whole day.
when I'm at work, I
mess.
rock up at work, log on, get my stuff up and running, and then 2:45, go and get myself a cup of coffee, and then by about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I've had about 4 cups of coffee. But since I've been off work, none. And this is, I've got my caffeine, my Monster right now, but that's the first drop of caffeine I've had for days.
Did you have withdrawal symptoms?
I had a couple of shaky moments, but that was the heroin.
Should have said.
I had a bump before I came in, so I'm levelled down now, it's all good. So, what have we been up to since last week? Anything interesting?
Yeah, you said that you're off, I assume, to look after the boy.
Yeah.
How's the summer holidays been? 3 of the 4 of us have children, so we can talk about this.
Andy might get to enjoy the summer holidays.
I'm lucky for you guys.
I know.
See, I've not been too bad, because the first 3 weeks of the holiday he was away in Spain, and then I had him a bit last week, and then, like I said, it's only been 2 days since I've had him, and then yesterday I was like, right, we're going to be quite active, so today you can just sit and chill out and play your PS4.
Yeah.
So he sat and listened to him talking to his pal over the headset, and I was like, oh, can't be too late. So I walked in his room. He didn't actually sit down all day. He was stood there with his wireless controller and his headset plugged into his controller, jumping about his bedroom playing Fortnite like he was actually in the game.
Being active.
I went through to give him his lunch and he was actually sweating. Mate. But other than that, it's been fine. Went for a nice big cycle today.
Oh, that's good.
Got active, going camping next week on the beautiful Isle of Mull.
Lovely.
Were you saying before the mics got hot that there was something wrong with his bike?
Yeah, like because obviously because the winter we had up until like April, he's barely been on it.
Yeah.
So like it's been sitting in the shed since like maybe September, October last year. So when I went to put him on it, his knees were like up at his ears because he's just sprouting, man. He's just long, like. So I had to sit and fix his bike and get his seat up, but I pulled his seat up almost as far as it's going to go. Like I say, he's only had that bike a year, and he's going to have to get a new one by Christmas.
Yeah.
Like easy. If you keep
Just
going,
in time.
Yeah, just in time for the big one coming around.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Like I said before, when he dropped his phone on holiday, his mum said, "We're going to have to get him a new one." I was like, "No, he fucking didn't." He's outgrown his bike. He dropped his phone. You know what I mean?
I had the same thing with my daughter, my youngest daughter. We just gave them like our old phones. We didn't have to buy
that's what
them.
he had. Yeah.
So she had like I think it was like a iPhone 6 Plus or something like that. And
It's a better phone than I've got. That's no joke.
and so we were constantly telling her, don't bring it outside because it'll crack, or at least keep the case on it if you're going to be outside.
Yeah.
Of course, she brought it out of the case, and of course the screen cracked. So one of my friends from work, she lives like 2 doors down from where their mother lives. So I get a message from her on Facebook, and she's like, your daughter tried to sell me a broken phone the other day.
Brilliant.
I was like, what?
Hustling, man. Hustling.
Everybody knows
Actually, she didn't say it was a broken phone. She said she tried to sell me your phone. She's like, I just wanted to let you know. I was like, okay. And then later on, I got a picture. I got a text message of the cracked screen, and I was like, these motherfuckers. God damn them. So now they're in Jersey now, so they are without phones in Jersey because hers is all smashed
If
up.
it wasn't for the fact that Riley was staying with me right now, I wouldn't hear from him. Like, I barely heard from him when he had a phone.
Yeah.
But obviously, I was just thinking about it. If you want to have a look into your future, you can ask Paul, because Paul's got himself daughters as well. So,
How old are your daughters again?
My oldest is about to turn 19.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's great. Not. Yeah, my middle daughter Nicole, she's going to be 15, and Sophie, she's 10. So, yeah, it's a definite good age gap, I think, between them all. But it's terrible having daughters, man.
I remember, that's what I was saying. I remember
horrible,
I met Paul's eldest, my niece. I was in the venue one night at Christmas then, but out with the coaches from the Wee Man's football team. He's like, this is my boyfriend Nathan. And it was like that scene out was it 22 Jumps? You're like, hi Nathan. How you doing, Nathan? He's a good kid.
He's alright, he's a good lad. I get on really well.
He's
Does
a
a bit
nice
of
boy,
boxing and that.
Aye.
I think he's a bit of a headbanger with a drink.
Oh.
We can all relate to that.
I can't. I was never a headbanger.
Sorry.
You got something to say, Jordan?
You need to get that sorted real soon. Any more of that, and you might die. You need to watch what you're doing. No,
the only good thing I think is good about having daughters, and I love them, I love my girls. The only good thing about it is that, like, when there's issues like hair and stuff, I just go to mom.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like I can't deal with, like, if I had a son, let's go to the barbershop, let's go play some sports or something like that. But it's anything but that type of female stuff, I'm like, get out of here.
I don't even want to deal with that. No, I don't. Nah, their mum's really, really good at that. She does do a lot. I mean, I do what I can with stuff like that, but like you say, there's only so much a dad can do when it's a house full of women. Even my dog's female.
Oh no,
I'm totally outnumbered.
See, I see like when Megan does her hair, she'll I've just thrown it up and it's some weird intricate pattern. I'm like, how the fuck have she's like, I've been doing it every day since I was 10.
That's true. That's what my daughter keeps saying to me, and she's like, do something with my hair, and I was like, but you need to learn how to do it. You need to brush that. Like,
this is a life lesson.
I'm not going to be here. You know what I mean? Like,
no, Daniel's my wife. She's excellent at doing hairs and stuff. She never actually studied it, but I think because she's had three girls, she's great doing some mad design and stuff. And now my oldest daughter, she's actually working for John Gillespie's.
So
she's learning how to do it as a profession.
Can she teach me?
Definitely.
Courses,
definitely. She's very talented at it.
Seeing that, but we know that all the girly stuff. Nicole is quite accomplished in her judo.
Jiu-jitsu more. She's doing really well. It's brought her confidence levels, and I think it's important. All my daughters have done something.
Yeah.
Louise, my oldest, she went to jiu-jitsu and judo, and then she done taekwondo for a bit. Nicole, judo and jiu-jitsu, and Sophie, my youngest, just judo. I think it's really, really, really important.
I think any sort of sport is important for all kids, male or female. Like Riley, for instance, my only boy's move, he's like, the football's brought him on leaps and bounds. I think it gives him a healthy understanding of winning and losing and actually working hard to achieve something.
Yeah, I think I'm totally biased here, but I think martial arts is. I think it does more for them than I don't know if it's generic right word when you say football.
I know you know what I mean. Like
you know what I mean?
Traditional.
Without sounding like I'm putting them down any. I think martial arts creates a more testing environment.
I suppose because you're by yourself to a point. Do you know what I mean? Whereas football or team sports, you're out there with a team. Whereas martial arts, although you may be part of a training team, when you're actually on the mat. It's down to you and how much effort that you've put in.
I think for me it comes, for kids certainly, it comes more down to problem solving and learning how jiu-jitsu and judo's more so, but we spoke about this last time about tapping out and stuff like that. I think that teaches a kid more about themselves, about life, having to actually say, okay, I give.
That's it.
And now I'm going to need to learn what you've done in order to save myself the next time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I think martial arts, and especially grappling arts, jiu-jitsu I'm totally biased about, so jiu-jitsu especially, I think it teaches them problem solving and they're challenged every single time they step on the mat. So I think that, again, being a bit biased, I think that's really important. I'd love to see it in schools as part of a curriculum.
I think it'd make a big difference in schools as well, because like you say, the bullying problems and stuff like that, it would totally challenge maybe kids who are physically stronger in the traditional sense, who are usually the bullies, would be put up against someone who's maybe got a better technique, and that would actually show them a bit of humility.
Well, that was the whole essence behind Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu when it started. Hilo Gracie was the smallest, lightest dude in the world, and he wanted to develop a style from judo that would allow him to maybe not win the fight, but not lose the fight. Yeah. To him, if it was a draw, that wasn't a loss. That was a win for him because he didn't lose. Yeah. So that's what it taught the smaller, frailer person, women, children as well. So again, I think it would be great to have it in schools.
Did you not meet him recently?
I was Hicks and Gracie at the Hicks and Gracie Cup, where I got a silver medal. Yeah, he was like my Bruce Lee. My hero.
We've got like a family group chat, and Paul sent in this photo, And no, he's like, this is me, one of my heroes, and we're all like, oh, brilliant. And he was like, this is to me, my dad. He's like, it'd be like what you'd be like if you met Henrik Larsson. We're like, oh fuck,
Definitely.
Oh, guy's an absolute legend.
Like
Legend.
one of the biggest names. And what was funny is in the photo, we're the same height, almost the same build. Okay, he's better looking. But we've both got our hands up, right? And we're both given like the is it the haka? The haka. And his hands are fucking huge. And I mean, I think I've got big hands. And then it wasn't until my coach, Billy Becker, said, look at the fucking size of his hands. And then you look at the photo and it's looked like it's been superimposed, it's been enlarged. He's fucking hands. Yeah, it's like shovels.
Shovels.
Yeah. Perfect for choking a motherfucker.
so it's good just grabbing them.
Yeah.
So you did that. You're talking about the Hickson Grace Cup. You also done the European Judo Veterans.
Yeah, the European Veterans. Yeah, got 9th place in that. Yeah, it was good. Hard comp.
Well, you said that yourself. It was great experience because you were going up against some really tough opponents. Like there was
basically full timers,
right.
And I do it like twice a week. If that. I'm a plumber. So
I can't kick your ass here, but I can fix the shit in your sink.
Yeah. Send me a choke toilet, motherfucker. No, I mean the guys they were amazing caliber, and the way it was set up, it was like serious
proper,
setup.
wasn't it? Yeah.
You had like I think it was maybe 4 or 5 mats next to each other, and you had and no one was allowed on the area. There was photos and the lights were bright, so it was one of the biggest things I've ever done.
Nice.
And like I say, you were getting to meet people that were like 4th dans and 5th dan black belts, and it's amazing just to be there and not to look. I mean, I didn't win the fights I was wanting to win, but I didn't look out of place. So and I didn't feel out of place. I mean, obviously the better people won at the time, but I think I've done okay, which is better than what I thought I was going to do. I thought I was going to get my ass kicked. So to not get my ass kicked, again, I think it comes back to maybe the loss wasn't such a loss for me.
Yeah.
If you don't put yourself in those situations, you'll never actually know
what's going. Yeah, how you'll do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was quite willing to get my ass kicked just to go in and say that I'd done it. And now that I've done it, I want a wee bit more. I'll maybe do the Worlds. That would be good. World Championships.
Imagine because you packed in the cage fighting because of the concussions, which is probably for the best.
I regret it.
Aye.
Regret it big time. Miss it so much.
Well, me and Mike were just saying that about the American football.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go back and then my hands completely given out. And being an offensive lineman, you need your hands
to hold.
Yeah. Apart from that, who's that guy that's he was in the draft last year, the stumpy dude?
Oh, Shaquem Griffin. Yeah,
he's an absolute beast.
I was just
one
watching.
armed. Is he a cornerback?
Oh, he's a linebacker.
Linebacker.
One hand. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw him picking somebody off the other day. I was like, Jesus Christ!
Did you see the video of John Jones's wee brother?
Oh, he's ripping the thing off.
He's a defensive lineman, so kind of they have the sledge where they practice their reps. He broke the fucking sled. The guy snaps the ball and he's like, woof, and it crunches. You hear the metal snapping as he takes the thing off. I was like, he's going to be lining up against other human beings.
Someone's going to get hurt.
Because no
Maybe if he was using the same supplements as his brother.
Probably. Like gorilla juice, man.
You think? Maybe the same.
I remember, I think I heard this. Johnny Bones was saying that he used to get his arse kicked from his brothers. So I can relate to that. But, but like, John Jones is maybe the baddest man on the planet, and then fucking
this guy,
his brother getting whooped his arse. Do you know what I mean?
Wow.
But,
I think that was been his downfall. I think it was another for John Jones, like one of my favourite fighters, but I think he had the Mike Tyson syndrome.
Yeah.
The world too young, didn't know how to deal with it. Like he was probably one of the hardest men. He was the baddest man on the planet, like you just said. John Jones, I'm on about.
Yeah.
Had all the money in the world, had all the recognition in the world, but he was a bit of a dick. And he tried to hide it when he should have just, like Chael Sonnen said, he should have just went with that. Just be a dick.
This is what I did.
Yeah. Why pretend you're not?
Did he not say to Daniel Cormier that I whipped your ass when I was doing coke bombs the week before or something?
He said I was wasted. He never actually went into what he was taking, but he said a weekend of partying and then. But he said he was on Joe Rogan and he said that he'd done that for every fight because that was his crutch.
Yeah, because he said if I get beat, then I can say I was on a smash the night before. And then was it the one that he was supposedly training for, the OSP one? He wasn't overly impressive. I mean, you're going to take ring rust into consideration, but
And
USADA, yeah, he wasn't great against OSP. And then again, but this is such a strange one, man, because like I said, I listen to Joe Rogan all the time. They always talk about it, and he seems to always get the freshest information. And it's like whatever it was a trace amount, and it was like an ancient fucking steroid that people used to use. It was an estrogen suppressor or something like that.
No, I think, if I remember correctly, I think it's something called turinabol. But it's a fast. It comes out your system days. So, like, he tested negative within the week of his weight cut, and then he tested positive for trace amounts, and then he tested negative a couple of days after that test. So it's like I do think that they're all at it, but I think for him, I think it was a tainted supplement. From what he's been caught with this particular time,
because it wouldn't make sense for him because it was an old steroid. It wasn't even one of the fucking.
Much a rare.
It was one that used to, but because let's say, listen to Joe Rogan, they went through I definitely did it. Oh wait a minute.
His big problem is that the rules are there for a reason, and the rules are the rules. And he tested positive in the A sample, but he did also test positive in the B sample. And the argument can be made: well, trace amount or no trace amount. How did it get there? How did it not? The fact is, it's a prohibited substance.
Well, if they make excuses for tainted supplements, then they've got to. Then that means the rule isn't a rule; it's a guideline.
Well, they reckon the issues with how the supplements are made and where they're made.
Because they're made in like a big pot, basically, and then it's cleaned and then
cleaned properly. So there's trace amounts of.
Unless you're fucking Brock Lesnar, was like, I what didn't know.
But the big thing about him was all about, just going out and getting smashed, as you say. But at the end of the day, you test positive.
No, definitely, that's what it is. And you can't, because USADA's been. But it's been a pain in the arse for the money aspect of the sport, but for the actual weeding out of the proper cheaters, you were going to say
they're all at it. I'm telling you, I don't believe Diaz brothers, and I dare say there is a few, but I go back to Chael Sonnen again. He says if your body is designed to disintegrate as it gets older, you're just feeling it in your hands. You just admit it. I'm feeling it all over my body, and like hips, knees, back. Like there isn't a day I don't get. So your body is designed to digress. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
And get worse as you get older. So if your body starts to look better as you get older,
you're doing something.
You're doing something.
Who's it? Who's the boy we're talking about?
That's why I was thinking about what's his face.
Is it
Cuban, no, I wasn't going to say. I was going to say Cuban boy. What's his name again?
Canelo.
No.
The Cuban boy for MMA, like.
Aye.
Oh yeah, the 40-year-old guy. Yo Romero.
I don't know why his name popped out my head there. You look at him. Man.
Who's the
40-year-old man?
Who's
fucking.
Who's the boy?
He is juicing.
What?
He's just got his fucking cycles right. Him.
Yeah, but then you look at the training lifestyle and all that.
You need that. If that's your job.
I've seen this. It's like boys like The Rock. It's like fucking right. He's on roids, but I cannot discount that boy has the best work ethic.
Yeah, he works.
I've ever seen.
He works.
But
I mean, that's
he's
what
making movies, though, isn't he?
Who's the boy? Who's the older boy that's just went to Bellator? Vitor Belfort. He's a prime example of
brilliant
body on the juice.
I love that
juice.
Yeah.
And then when he came off the TRT, he had the dad bod, and then he's left the UFC, went to Strikeforce.
Within 2 fucking weeks, I think he took a selfie, and it was like there was somebody else standing underneath him. It was fucking great. It was superb. I was like, he's back.
We should just have just a jacked league. So like for boys who have retired, just let them get back on the gear.
Like Chuck.
Chuck and Tito.
That's hilarious.
3.
That's just. I can see Tito winning this one.
Well, me too, because I'm pretty sure Chuck Liddell's just spent the last few years powdered out of his tits.
Oh, yeah.
You don't see him in some of the events
the jaw swinging off.
The jaw's actually in the ring.
I wouldn't taint my legacy. I mean, it was starting to get tainted at the end for Chuck because he was getting sparkled from everyone.
What was the first? Not the first one he lost. But he was fighting. I can't remember. He was the dark guy, and he hit him so hard that I feel like I remember a shiver going down Chuck's spine before he hit the deck.
Rashid Evans.
That was it was
the left hook. I think it was the left hook.
And he just burst him out. Thinking, right, that's because.
That was the start of it, wasn't it? That was like the start, because Rich Franklin knocked him out.
It might have been Rich Franklin I'm thinking about.
But that was do you know Rich Franklin took that fight at like 2 weeks notice and knocked him out.
It'll be Rashad Evans, because that was a highlight reel fucking knockout.
I remember reading this or listening to a podcast and talking about it becomes easier to get knocked out every time it happens because your brain.
It was me to tell
Yeah, but it would have done that. That's when I was most of my head knocked stuff.
Well, I told you, he done the Muhammad Ali shuffle at me one day when we were in the boxing ring in front of fucking everyone.
Right, can I also say I was 14, shitting myself, and then got the 1, 2, 3 and couldn't see for about 4 days afterwards.
How much older are you than Jordan? Sorry, Bob.
7 years.
7 years.
You were
So
older
like
than
21.
14. You were older than 14.
Could have been much older than 14 because I was still at secondary school.
Yeah, maybe you are. But 14 is 6'3" and 23 stone. I'm 5'10", and at the time I was 69 kilos.
First time in a boxing ring, I got leather 3 times in the face, and just sat for the rest of the session.
See, he's not telling it right, and we told this the last time, but it's a great story. So we'll probably agree.
Tell it again.
So I took him to the boxing because I thought, he's my brother, he's a sap, so I better teach him how to fight because I won't be around forever. So we went into the ring. All my friends are there watching, and so I started saying, right, Jordan, get your confidence up, throw some punches at me, and he did, and they hit, and it was good. And then because he was hitting me, he thought this is great, so he started doing the Ali shuffle and the Sugar Ray Leonard wind up with his arm.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, stop doing that, my friends are watching. And he done it again, and I thought, right, you're not fucking listening. So I slapped him a bit. He went home and told Mum. Mum lost her shit with me. She never raised a hand, but she did lose her shit with me. It was hilarious.
She didn't have to.
What did Papa Pat say?
Yeah.
He probably wasn't home yet. He knew you were in trouble if you were still in trouble.
I went out before he come home. If I remember correctly, I dropped Jordan off and done a bolt.
I will say it was nerves.
You were dancing from.
I've always been better at being funnier, so if I'm shitting myself, I usually try and make a joke.
Alright.
Done well at the grappling though. You were good at the grappling.
I know. Well, that's what I'm going to try and get back now because I'm needing a new sport.
Yeah, me too.
I'm really needing to get into something.
Everybody should do jiu-jitsu.
I miss sport. I miss competitive sport. Like I don't mind. I've not got the agility for full time 11-a-side football. I've not got the hands or the ability to play offensive line anymore. So I need something like that.
I'm telling you, man, jiu-jitsu's for everyone. Grappling's for everyone. But
come next week.
Yeah, I'm telling. Well, you've been saying that for 5 years, so I don't expect you for another 3.
This is the week.
I would love to do it.
I'll say that I was waiting for the text about the Mondays, and I never heard about it.
Yeah, life got in the way. But no, I think it's a great thing. I think everybody should try it once or twice, and they'll probably become addicted. I mean, the best thing about it is when else are you going to get like a joiner, a teacher, a young person or a lawyer or all in the same place doing the same sport with no egos or anything like that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But it brings a whole different genre of people together to do the same thing. And it's not one-sided. If you're athletically more gifted than me, I've still got a chance because I might just know more moves, or and it's a level playing field. And some people don't even go to learn how to fight. Some people just go to be around people.
And I think I said this last time. I remember a couple of times that we rolled in Paul's garage. I would think I was doing really well, and then out of nowhere, my leg would be twisted the wrong way, and I was like, "How the fuck did that? What
just happened?"
I was sitting. I was like, "Right, I've got a great position here." Right, oh shit, there's my ankle. Fuck.
And he's bigger than me and heavier. You know what I mean? And
That's the second time you said it.
Up to a mom.
Saying that, right, honestly, this is how I knew I'd overindulged over the 2 weeks that Matthew was back. Me and Paul went to the cinema last week, and before he said, "Tell you," I was like, "I fucking got on you." I was like,
I never said the gut. I said, "You look awfully big." That's what I said.
I heard gut.
I never said gut.
That's what you heard.
I said fat bastard.
Most of the time, what you hear is when
That's not nice. That's not nice. I didn't mean that. What I mean is you're getting
No,
big.
no. That's you can always
Fine.
trust the opinion from everyone. What's that short us?
Mum.
She'll just tell us both to shut the fuck up.
I know. But yeah, I think you should. I think you should come along. I think you should document it.
Well,
I think you should make a video up and put it on.
That'd be a good shit. We'll record on Monday next week and we'll do it on Tuesday, boys.
Yeah.
I think either judo or
Honestly, I'd
jiu-jitsu.
love to do it.
Right, well that's fine. That's done. We'll record the next Monday. We'll go next Tuesday.
You should go video yourselves coming to judo. Jiu-jitsu's on a Friday. Come along. I'll take you through in my car. Try it. Record yourselves and see if it's for you.
Where is it?
Well, the Friday one's in Institute.
Okay.
That's the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu one.
Yeah.
And the judo's at the high school on
okay.
Tuesday.
Right.
It's only an hour long.
We can do Tuesday and Friday next week. Oh no, I'm in Mull next Friday and you've got your stand-up, but
yes.
next Tuesday?
Fuck, is that next Friday?
Yeah.
Jeez,
You gotta get round
it's
to
on us
Paul.
quick, innit?
These are all welcome.
We'll discuss the details at the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bang up for that. Right, cool. Right, well, thanks very much for chatting some shit with us, Paul. You're going to hang about and talk some of the topics we have.
Absolutely.
Not doing for another wee while. How are we doing for time, boys? Cracking.
Well, right as we're coming out of like the fighting stuff, I mean, BT losing the UFC and the NBA.
Can we pause real quick so I can pee?
Oh, yeah, dive in.
I'm
Yeah.
literally some person.
Out the door.
Well, I think it's more to do with the
Matchmaking.
yeah.
Fucking stinking
Matchmaking and the fact that Brock Lesnar's just come back and got a title shot after being popped for juice sends the wrong message out.
Yeah, it does.
I totally miss the days of like Hoist Gracie. I know everything evolves, but the Hoist Gracie days when it first started, you're a sumo wrestler and Tank Abbott sitting at the other end of the cage, and just I prefer those days. There was no, you know what I mean, there wasn't hardly any politics in them days.
It's turning into boxing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Beatboxing now it is. Boxing.
Did you see Cormier was one he's going for a Lesnar fight. I think he wants that payday before he retires, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's what it's become. It's a sad thing.
It's
Good for the fighters making good money, but they're relying on individuals now to make money for the company rather than good fights.
Well, it's a mess, man. Look at Colby Covington. No matter what you think about how the guy conducts himself outside the octagon, he's fucking good inside. Make no mistake about it, and he knows how to sell fights. So he goes and beats Rafael dos Anjos, and he wins that interim title. And a month later, he's had it pulled off on.
Has that been confirmed? Has that been
Because
done?
did he not need? He needed legitimate surgery.
Well, he needs something on surgery on his nasal passage, something like that. But they're saying, oh well, Tyron Woodley's ready to fight. So if you can't fight, we'll take the interim title off you. Darren Till, well, you missed weight in your last fight. I think Darren Till's a beast. Don't get me wrong. Well rooting for him. But boring fight, Wonder Boy misses weight, and then all of a sudden, boom, he's parachuted straight into the title.
Because he's the one with the rock up his arse. He's the one.
He's got a mouth on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's good at talking. You know.
He's one who's drummed up into it, and definitely, I think he's definitely one to watch. Because he's only 20.
I'm going to watch that. I mean, he's generated interest for me.
That's what I'm saying. It does, and it gets the sort of the casual fan. I wouldn't say I'm a massive fan, but like I'm a casual observer, and I like the fights of the fighters. And all like the one that's up this week and say Dillashaw, Gardner.
That's going to be great.
That's a good fight. That's like proper bit of thing, and they're both legitimate fighters as well.
I think that's again BT losing it. To come back to that'll be a reason why.
Yeah,
because I don't think it'll be a big hit for him, but as in loss. But I don't think it's getting as much interest now because of these situations. It's a once in a blue moon. Oh, quick! McGregor might be coming back to fight. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be a generation.
They're diluting it now as well. Aren't
yeah,
they? There's so many fight nights, prelims, the fight pass cards. You know what I mean?
But you need that because of the size of the roster and the organisation.
Yeah, you do.
That's fight nights. That's how you bleed through the up and comers and then get them ready to move on to pay-per-view level, that championship level.
Everything evolves in this.
Definitely, Sky's going to be charging £20 a pop for the big ends. Like,
well, here's the crack. The UFC will screen its final show on BT Sport in December.
We're recording right now.
Okay,
cool. I didn't know we were back.
We're just going to leave Jordan's piss break in it. But it's going to be picked up by a company called 11 Sports, who are owned by Leeds United's chairman, and they pick up the coverage in early 2019. However, that channel doesn't launch until the end of this year, so we don't know whether that's going to be another £12 a month to subscribe to 11
So
Sports.
it's not actually broadcasting yet, this channel.
No, but what they have done is they've picked up the rights to the La Liga off of Sky, because Sky lost Spanish football coverage. And they also picked up Serie A as well, which is going to be a big one for
Ronaldo.
Boy Ronaldo.
Good time for that.
So that's the crack with the UFC and the BT Sports coverage, which is, as you all said quite rightly, it's quite sad because
I'm again like it's
free.
Like I tend to only stay up for like the big fights. The rest of them I'll catch up the next day. Usually I'll go up to Paul's and we'll sit at 4 o'clock in the morning, half asleep, and watch the fight. Say about 3 words to each other.
Yeah.
Those are the days.
Cup of tea.
Aye.
That's pretty much when it comes to it.
Hardcore.
But the thing is as well that less and less people are actually paying for TV, and they're using streaming services. Now TV, Netflix. Hardly anyone's, well, not hardly anyone, but like compared to now, even compared to like 5 years ago, the percentage of people that have actually got a telly box is drastically reduced. Like, I've got one in my house, and the majority of them only got watched over the World Cup. I don't think since the World Cup's finished I've actually turned on my Virgin box. Do you know what I mean? That's what was on BT1, BBC One and BBC Two and ITV and all that. So
they pushed people to that with the prices.
They
forced everybody's hand.
Yeah, well, that's that Now TV. I've got Now TV, the TV one and the movie package, and it's something like £16 a month, and that's for. And I can get terrestrial telly on the entertainment package as well. So the only reason we've got a Virgin box is because it brings down the package deal on your internet.
Yeah.
So that's why
you can choose what you watch. Like how many times you flick through the 300 odd channels
and nothing's on. That's annoying. I've been here a year now, and like when I was moving, I had Sky at my old place, and I was like, let me try and get Sky. And I was looking at the prices, and I was like, I'm just gonna get I never watch TV. I was like, as long as I can have something for my daughters to watch when they're here, and which I do have, I was like, I'm on my phone half the time anyway. Like, I'm not looking at that shit.
Riley yesterday, like I say, when he wasn't playing his PS4, he was on YouTube.
Yeah,
so like Riley doesn't even watch anything on the telly now. He either watches Netflix or YouTube.
Yeah,
and probably not on the television. Probably on a phone or an iPad or a tablet. Yeah.
I put a Fire Stick in his room, and the TV only ever goes on when he's playing his PS4.
How long until you start to stream your stuff like on YouTube for your pay-per-views? Let's just throw, say, KSI and the Logan Paul thing out there. You know that's pay-per-view.
Yeah. Well, folk will
that's
do
a pay-per-view. It's £6 a pop, but I'll guarantee they get 2.5, 3 million people to pay.
They can do it because they have massive followings on YouTube, both of them. So those people will pay that to go see them fight.
Bro, if they get 2-3 million pay-per-view buys on this YouTube stream, that's more than double like the UFC's biggest ever pay-per-view numbers. Yeah. Dude, this is the way that it's going. YouTube this is the way that it's going.
It's an amateur fight. It's like you say when there's boys like Darren Till skipping ahead. It's because they know people will tune in to watch them because like they've seen this boy from Liverpool. Even just the video, I watched the video of his walkout the other day when he fought in Liverpool, Sweet Caroline. That's it. Folk aren't even watching the fight highlights now. They're saying, that looks interesting, and they go to YouTube, watch his highlights. I like this boy. Oh, he's fighting this Saturday, I'll stick that on.
Yeah.
And I was wondering when they were going to start charging, because I always thought it was weird that in America the big UFC events are like $50, $60 a pop.
They're a lot.
And we get them for free on BT Sport. Do you know what I mean?
The WWE's just saying though, like you get 12 pay-per-views a year, one at the end of every month. And I think something like about 8 of them a year are on Sky Box Office at like £20, £25, whatever it is. The rest of them are free on just Sky Sports. So you can imagine had Sky Sports got it, it probably would be
similar.
But they're not getting it. So
but then it's really, you look at the WWE's an established business, even though the UFC's massive now. It's still technically, and it's only like 15 years old,
adolescence basically,
or maybe 20 years old. Which is nothing compared to that. And you know what I mean? For ages it was such I remember years ago you used to have the cage fighting on a VHS.
That's right, yeah.
When it was illegal.
That was house
Yeah, do you know what I mean? That type of thing. So that's come a long way to try and get it legitimised. And it has overtaken boxing, because I think you pull a punter off the street, you'll be able to name 5 UFC fighters and he's still got to pull 5 big time boxers out of his.
But yet they get paid more.
Yeah. I guess that's because they got the legitimacy though as well, do you know what I mean? It's
everything evolves though. The wages that they're getting now, the UFC are almost being forced to give them the money they want, because Bellator's catching up with the UFC now.
Yeah, they're pulling in some good fights as well though.
I mean, they're doing the specialised fights like your Tito. Well, no, Tito and Chuck's actually that's Golden Boy, is it not? Is that's a different promotion.
Does Golden Boy do that?
Oscar De La Hoya. I'm sure it's under.
Oh, shit! Is Bellator not doing the heavyweight sort of tournament?
Grand Prix.
Is it not Fedor? Who's it? It's
Fedor Chelson is next. But
Golden Boy.
Golden Boy.
I had no clue he was even in that.
Yeah, Oscar De La Hoya's now promoting, and his first fight is Chuck and Tito.
So that's the thing, it's becoming an entertainment thing now. So although it's a legitimate fight, it's the fact that you're getting boys who are not in their prime, but the fans are wanting a.
Well, it's guys like me that have been there for the start that are going, oh yeah, check
it's the nostalgia factor, isn't it? It's the same like when you're watching. I, up until a couple of years ago, would still get my mates and stay up and watch the Royal Rumble. Even though I didn't watch any of the Raws or any of the previous things, you would stay up because they'd always guarantee there'd be 5 old school wrestlers that would come out and you get a bit of a buzz. You'd sit with your boy, say a few beers, and that was the nostalgia factor. It's why it's the same why people watch all these like the legend leagues that used to be on Sky Sport. It was like the 6-a-side tournament with ex-pros and that.
They do that with the basketball now, the 3-on-3 thing.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, but those are guys that like have just retired, kind of, or retired the last 5 years, and then it gives them an opportunity to still play and get out there, and they draw big crowds too.
Joe, if you're a huge player in your sport, your discipline, people are still going to pay money.
It was Hensel Gracie at the weekend. They're 51. Came back and beat. I mean, the first round was dire to watch, but the second round he stopped him, choked him unconscious. Well, not unconscious, but tapped him. Hensel Gracie, 51 years old. First fight in about 8 years, I think it was. Last fight was Matt Hughes.
Submits Yuki Kondo.
Yeah, who's like he's a veteran, that Yuki Kondo. But Hensel Gracie, 51 years old, makes a comeback.
Chuck Liddell's just 48 to throw that at you as well.
He's also coked out of his mind.
He's going to be punch drunk as
Have you seen him hitting the pads? I don't know if it's a setup, but oh my god.
It looked bad.
Oh, so bad. I don't know if it was like he was warming up. I'd like to think he was maybe warming up to getting hitting them hard. I mean, it was just terrible to see.
What's the payday for that he's come back?
I don't know. If it's Oscar De La Hoya, he's going to need to pay them big bucks,
good money,
because he's not established. So it'll make him or break him. This, I think. I mean, he's dipping his toe in the water, and he's got two big names from yesteryear.
Yeah,
he's going to need to pay them a lot. You know.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. We'll get this out of the way for Mike.
What?
Love Island.
Right, I'll catch you later.
No, I'm just saying it's over, so you don't have to hear it.
Megan said something terrifying to me earlier. She goes, I might watch Love Island next year. I was like, fuck.
Why not?
Man, just these people just irritate me, man.
Quality.
I thought Megan would be above that.
Me too. Me also.
Megan, what you doing?
Tough. You can come here and watch it.
Oh no.
Full extent, man. So are you? The couple win? How do you win Love Island?
You just have, well, it was weird because at the end of it, they gave them an option to either take the 50. There was like 2 envelopes, and they had either one of them, and you had to pick one. And one of them got the 50,000, and the other one didn't get anything. But they were together anyway, so it's like it doesn't really matter. Like you're gonna take the money and split it with the person that you with. But the winner, the female, was Danny Dyer's daughter.
Oh, okay.
So I was like,
fucking prick.
did not like Danny Dyer.
I fucking love Danny Dyer, man. He cracks me up.
He's the arsehole's arsehole.
Exactly.
His accent is just so like I don't even know.
Saying that, man, the video of him on Twitter going on the Brexit rant was one of my
That was
favourite things ever.
yeah.
That was
Just
fun.
at the end is that twat.
Yeah, I mean that kind of redeemed him a little bit. But
What was the issue with the second place though, Mike? Because I believe the Scottish lassie Laura, Ken, the one with the big tits.
Yeah.
She came.
Sorry, Andrew. Large memories, please.
Large memories.
She came second with some other geezer, but they weren't even a couple, something like that.
They were a couple, but he was kind of new. He came toward the end of the show. He was like the last group of guys to go in, I think. So they were together and they showed interest in each other, but they weren't like in a relationship. Like there's a couple other couples that were like, "Oh, I love you," and they do this corny thing like, "Will you be my boyfriend or will you be my girlfriend?" It's like, how old are we now? We like
get pumped, mate.
So
Sorry, Mum.
get her pumped. Yeah, so that's the end of that. We won't have to talk about it anymore until next year.
Serial Killer Island.
Yeah,
That would be the
I'd like to, what they do is put the people from Love Island and make it like a battle royale situation.
like the Hunger Games. You know what I mean? They've got to kill everybody from Love Island. Serial Killer Island.
I'd watch the shit.
Put a pin in that. We'll come back to it.
Any producers listening, we are willing to talk numbers.
Exactly.
there's gonna be someone listening to this like he's onto something.
Oh man, I'm having a look at the notes here. I want to read this one that Mike's popped in. Most Googled sex questions.
Yeah, we can do that.
I'm
Let's
into
Google
it.
some right now then.
He's got a link.
I got the link in there. So this is kind of old, but I heard it a couple of days ago on like an old show. And it said the 10 most Googled sex questions that you need the answers to.
Perfect. It's got the answers. Good.
So so the first one is, where is the G spot? Anybody know where the G spot is?
It's a myth.
all you need to know is it's in there somewhere.
Yeah. It's like being blindfolded and thrown at a dartboard, right? It doesn't matter if you hit it.
There's your next Love Island.
Finding the G-spot. I'm sure there's a porn with something like that anyway. So.
Jordan, does it?
What?
How to make it. Number 2 is how to make a woman orgasm.
Myth.
Have you read some of the tips though that come with it?
No, I don't. Andy, would you like to read some of those tips?
Yeah, of course. Researchers call it the trifecta of deep kissing, manual genital stimulation, and oral sex. That is the golden trio of getting women's orgasms. So if any of our lady listeners that is the case, please feel free. Don't put it on Facebook, DM us.
What's the opposite?
This show's changed a little bit since I was last on it. It's almost taken a 180 on itself.
What's the opposite of manual stimulation? What's auto stimulation?
Automatic, but if you have to ask, you're not ready for it.
Sounds like it would hurt at some point. Or make you chafe. Number 3, can you get rid of herpes? Jordan, you know the answer to that. Can you get rid of herpes? Or?
That shit stays.
What is that?
It's like chicken pox, you only catch it the once.
That's it, yeah. Well, who was it? Eddie Murphy that said, he was talking about AIDS, but he was like, I'll use herpes in place of AIDS. He was like, you get herpes and you keep that shit for life, for like luggage. Which is true, because you never throw away luggage. You keep
That's true.
Yeah. How do you get rid of genital warts?
Do not try to treat those at home.
What would you treat them with? I don't even know.
Jesus.
A blowtorch?
Mike, it says right
Holy
here.
water, yeah.
Yeah, do not use over-the-counter treatments, as these are designed for hands, not the very delicate parts of your areas.
You're Johnson.
I had this cool idea, right? Like for a dating app, but for people with STDs. So you can match up with people. I have herpes, so we have this, and now we can.
Are you drinking a different coffee from this? Is there someone?
Anyway,
So sorry, everyone.
Oh, this is brilliant today. Keep going. What's number 5?
Right, we'll skip number 5 because that's another SD one. I know this is one from Mike's own Google search. How to get a bigger penis manually.
manually.
Does that have the answer on it? Does it? I'm asking for a friend.
Yeah. Do nothing because you can't make your penis bigger unless you get it surgically enhanced. Do you think there's guys out there, because you know how you get a lot of girls that especially on Instagram, that get the fake butts now. Do you think there are guys out there getting fake penises that we don't know about? We wouldn't want to know about, but
I know nobody's going to believe me when I say this, but I have a friend that has a cock pump, and he swears by it. He swears by it. He sends me photos. No. I'm sworn to secrecy, but
you said he sends photos of the
he sends a photo with him. And my friends are going to know who this is. This is hilarious because he sends it to everybody. But there's a photo of him in a bubble bath with a beer and a cock pump, and you can only see the top of the cock pump, but he's got a beer, and I think he's gangster, man. That's so fucking cool.
I think that it was hurt.
All it's missing is a cigar sitting somewhere, like fucking Scarface. If Scarface
Does
had a cock
Scarface
pump.
have a cock pump?
Yeah.
I think he
Remember
did that
scene?
much cocaine. No,
Remember
I had
that
that much
scene?
cocaine. He had a vagina by the end of that film.
Remember that scene with the cock pump in Scarface?
I think we've seen a different film.
It was in director's cut.
Can I throw this one just at
Please
you
don't say
for
throw
number
this in my
6?
face. This really goes the wrong way.
So contrary to popular belief, the size of your quote dong isn't the only thing ladies care about.
Yeah.
And I want to find out if that's true or not.
Fucking
However,
hell, man.
there is a really weird procedure called the scrotox that can make your balls
That
bigger.
sounds like a Bond buddy.
So if you're interested, it's just like a beautifying mini facelift where your nutsack is achieved with the help of good old Botox. So you just Botox your fucking nuts, basically.
Dave Chappelle said that in his comedy thing. He was like, I just want to get my balls smooth like ants or Botox and show them off to everybody. That's crazy. That's real. Oh my God. That's got to be a joke.
I don't think I'm going to sleep tonight. I'm actually going to read over how to make your penis bigger.
Let's fire through these. It's getting crude. We started off crude in a second. How to measure your penis. I heard a good one about this. You go once around the balls, twice around the balls, and then start from the middle of the anus and then to the tip. With a tape measure. There you go.
It's like Twister for your balls.
How old do you have to be to buy condoms? That's a stupid.
What's a condom?
There's no age restriction.
We're
not-
Catholics, so we don't know.
Number 10. How long does sex last?
Did we just skip?
Everybody just went fucking quiet. Everybody doesn't want to answer that one.
I guess it really depends. Huh?
Long enough though, bro.
Wait, let's.
the
10
average-
seconds plus
Let me give you
15.
some stats.
Okay.
The average is 7.3 minutes.
That's an eternity.
Fucking legend.
We did it twice last time.
Absolute fucking legend. I'm willing to bet he's lying.
Yeah, well, especially when you got kids, you got shit to do in the morning. You're like, come on.
Apparently,
If you hold your breath, you'll last longer.
2 minutes is way too short.
Okay.
7 minutes is merely adequate. 7 to 13 is desirable, and 10 to 30 minutes is simply too long.
There you go.
So there you go. 2 pumps and a squirt, get it done.
I'm so sick of disappointing my wife.
Sorry, Mrs. Pat.
So I was saying that my mum was not because she's literally just texted me.
Oh, no.
Oh shit.
Tell her to skip this one.
She's like, oh, John, I just found
I'll tell my mom to skip this one too, actually.
My mum would think it's hilarious. My dad on the other hand would tell me.
Yeah. Dad's
My
not
mum
dead.
That's true. Actually.
Dad's alive.
Yeah, what are you talking about? I don't know.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying to kill your dad off.
He's still reading up how to make his penis grow.
You're still looking at the phone. Like, what's it say?
By the way, a penis pump that just sounds and looks painful though.
Yeah.
No, because he said after he sent me that photo, he sent me a YouTube link on how to use it, and it's actually not that bad.
Is it not?
No. I'll send it to you, Mike.
I brought up Viagra on one show, and everyone was like, "Oh, why would you use Viagra?" But some people use it recreationally. Not I, but some people do use it recreationally. And now you.
What do you use it
For
for?
liquor.
I snort it. I just get crazy. I crush it up. Snort it.
I snorted it once and my hair went all spiky.
No.
Got stuck in my neck once and I had a
I
stiff
keep me
neck.
handy after like a heavy night out and that, where you've been like pure on it and that, you get.
I wonder if you could.
One thing I didn't need
It
help
ain't
with
no
when I'm hungover is
That's true,
maintaining or having. Sometimes
Oh,
I'm
that's
waist
hungover,
band
though.
it.
That's, you know.
No coming down.
But um bum.
Hi-oh.
Nice. Right.
Keep it moving.
Moving on.
Wait, because he was just looking at your phone. You said he was looking at your phone. I got one of those privacy screens on my phone. Can you see it, kind of?
Oh, yeah.
Is that creepy? Does that mean
Is
like...
that when you're looking at studies in public?
No, but the reason I'll tell you why I got it, right? Because you do so much shit on your phone. Can you see it kind of from this angle? You do so much shit on your phone. Like I bank on my phone.
Yeah.
I put notes on my phone that may be private. You don't want people looking over your shoulder if you're in public, you know.
Yeah.
So it's good to have one of those things on, just like you should have a passcode on there, right?
Yeah.
But I kind of feel self-conscious, like I'll be laying in bed with my girlfriend or something. She's kind of like she can't see what I'm doing. I'm like, no, I'm not looking at anything that I shouldn't be looking at right now. But is it weird to have something like that on your phone? You think?
Not at all.
No, man, like you said, there's enough nosy bastards.
Yeah,
Plus, you know,
got
see, you
loads of
didn't
private
want
stuff on
you
there.
didn't want to be one of those memes. You've seen like the picture online. There's like a guy sitting in a pub and he's looking at his phone.
Yeah.
And there's a guy taking a photo from in front of him, and he can see in the mirror the guy's sitting in the boozer watching some pure grotty porn. Or like guys on the bus just like.
Oh no.
Who's watching porn in public?
I don't know.
Who's even watching porn?
That's good for a friend.
Right, well, I think that's been probably about time to jump into
Braw or not? Yeah.
Braw or no? Braw or no? Braw or no?
No, we've got. I've just literally that was my mum just texted me. She texted me the other day, and this is for my dad.
Papa Pat's.
Chips and mayo, bra or no?
Chips and mayo.
So fries.
Oh, fries. Okay,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I can rock with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm more of a ketchup and mayo kind of fake
Oh, the
Thousand Island
barbecue,
kind of.
yeah.
I like the mixture, but I'll do mayo.
I like a hot sauce on my chips.
I like
got
that.
some like mild Tabasco sauce because the other stuff.
The hot Tabasco's lovely.
I prefer a what was it? Frank's.
Oh,
Frank's is good.
Yeah,
I
but like I
Frank's.
got the green bottle of Tabasco. It's like mild jalapeno. That stuff's delicious.
I've got the red one of them. I put on everything.
Aye.
Cornflakes, beans, everything. It's fucking amazing.
I got the sriracha. I got the salad actually,
Nice.
and I put some in. I had a one of those salads you get from Mazda with the prawns and
Yeah.
whatever and the pasta. Put some sriracha in it. It was
And
awesome.
can you get this thing in Lidl? It's like a chipotle rub. With that, some slow roasted peppers and onions, some lean pork, and some egg noodles. With that shit, it's delicious.
I'm laughing at that Chipotle rub thing you just said after all the conversation.
All the penis pumped
so bad.
Anyway,
Yeah.
back to the suggestion from my mum:
Oh wait, so chips. Wait, chips.
chips and mayo.
Chips and mayo.
Bra
I'm saying
or no?
Braw. Definitely Braw.
Oh yeah, that's a bra. But just to touch on yours with the mix, I like a bit of ketchup, mayo, and mustard. and mix that.
Ooh, I never tried that. Spicy mustard or no?
Filthy bastard.
Like English mustard?
Yes.
Oh,
I'll say this, so my mum wants to
piqued my
take
interest, sir.
Oh, mate, it's so good. So
Papa Pat says no, and Mama Pat says bra.
Okay.
My dad literally thinks chips and mayo is an affront to God. He gets really upset. Whenever I've been at the house and you stick mayo on the side of your plate with some chips on it, he gets annoyed.
Really?
Oh yeah, he hates it, man.
Note to
Hates
self.
it. I will text him back, let him know. It's an all-round bra.
What's next?
You got the list in front of you?
Oh, okay, yeah, we can go there. I don't know if it's called ale, but you know that beer that isn't carbonated? What would that be called? Like the John Smiths that he was drinking.
Heavy, lager.
like stouts and
Yes.
proper ales. And
Yeah, kind of like whatever Guinness is, because Guinness isn't carbonated, is it?
Guinness is a stout.
Yeah. So just like flat beer, those types of beer, Braw or no?
I like a John Smith's or a Guinness, man. Yeah.
Really?
Oh, I do.
Cafferty's.
Cafferty's, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Oh, mate, a hot day, a cold pint of Guinness.
Nah. Guinness is an exception, I think. But anything else like that, if it's not bubbly, nah, I can't fuck
See,
with it.
I prefer one of them in a pint. Like, I think, like, lager in a pint is too bubbly.
Yeah.
So I usually, when I go out, I drink Guinness. I
Okay.
prefer
Really?
it. I love a Guinness, yeah.
Not too heavy for you.
Nah, I'm already heavy, as we've discussed.
Yep.
I make the Guinness heavier.
Yeah.
So wait, what's the difference between lager and ale?
Well, lager's carbonated, I would say. It's a beer, it's a carbonated, it's
Okay.
a lager.
Yeah.
Whereas an ale is like it's a flat beer.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, so I had that right the first time then. All right.
Yeah, it's, basically, ales tend to be fruity.
All right.
You know what I mean? Whereas lagers tend to be sort of clean tasting, crisp.
Oh,
Okay.
You can get a couple of really nice flavour. I had like a...
I always think of it as thick and thin. I always think like a lager's quite, a thin drink, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like a stout or an ale's obviously...
Consistency is about.
Yeah, consistency is the right word. There you go.
Gotcha, okay.
Well, I'm going to say Braw.
Don't like ale.
But also lagers use a different type of yeast in the fermentation process.
Which is probably why it gives it that
Gives it
carbonation.
that
Yeah.
difference.
Okay. I'm definitely going no with that.
I've not drank in 2.5 years, so I'll say no. I
There you
mean,
go. Yeah.
I'm a kind of tennis tonight, but I'll say fucking Braw anyway.
By the way, Tennant's is a terrible beer. It's an awful beer.
I didn't mind it in a tin, but I'm not a big fan of it in a pint on drafts.
Aye, but you get the 8-packs on the cheap.
I kind of listen. Mike drinks fucking Bud Light.
So what? It's better than that. It's certainly better than
It's
that.
not, though.
It's not.
You know they have a tennis light?
You're wrong. That's because we're men.
Have you ever seen the tennis light?
No, we don't know
we
there's a
don't.
tennis
Yeah.
light.
That's for our American cousins. Got Dan Williamson, friend of the show, has put on Going Commando.
Oh, okay.
We've put male and female, but we have no female guests here, so we can't chime in for the female equivalent. But I don't like Going Commando.
No?
No, like I once thought I had a contused testicle, and it was the scariest day and a half of my life.
Oh.
I'd fallen asleep with it on these on. And I woke up having slept funny, and I took the day off work because I was in
It
a
hurts.
headache.
I've had that
fucking-
too. It's not
and
fun.
don't ever Google contused testicle because all it says the only way to fix this is surgery. So I cried for an hour before it started to fix itself.
They're going to cut me open.
I think it's Braw, but my sock irritates me, Johnson. So I tend not to go Commando, but I do enjoy it, so I would say Braw for that one.
You got to get like a hair scrunchie and just strap it around like a holster for your gun. You know what I mean? You got to just tuck it in there before the show.
I'll need to do that. That's actually
Like one of those
good.
ones
Yeah,
that,
you're onto something.
like with the wee throwing knives that they have tucked
Yes.
in their boot, like something like that.
This is a blue show.
Oh,
Oh shit! Yeah, this is
You're probably more used to wearing a cup than anything else, eh?
Yeah. I wear them just for pure comfort. Well, really locks in the flavour.
Right. Anyway, I'm gonna say no. Going Commando.
I think it's depending on what you're wearing. I think it's Braw. I think going Commando with like around the house with some basketball shorts on, swinging in the winds.
I like to have the support, man. I like to
I do
feel
too.
secure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel uncomfortable if they're just like, if I run down some stairs and go Commando, it seems like I'm getting a round of applause.
I think like going out, especially nowadays where everyone's had to kind of tighten up on the jeans, it's a little bit tighter. I don't think it would be good to kind of not have
Can't
support
go
going
Commando
out.
in denim, man. That's
Have you
No
seen
way.
the photos of Conor McGregor with his denim shorts? I'm sure they're denim with his Johnson.
Oh, when he's just posing.
It's a fucking kid's birthday party,
he's-
mate.
he's-
And his fucking dong is hanging everywhere. I swear to God.
Did you see him in the weigh-in with Mayweather? And he's sitting there with an absolute lob on. And Mayweather's like, look at Dick. He's like, I'm excited. I'm just having a
Fucking
great
doesn't
time.
care. I'm sure it was a
Are you
kid's birthday
saying-
party and he was wearing white the shorts, and the internet went fucking berserk.
I think
it was on Instagram.
He done Instagram as well because he just come to train and he was standing in his box. I was listening to Fighting the Kid. He's definitely giving himself a wee fluff, and he's went in there with a semi against.
That's disgusting.
Definitely. He's fucking mad. He's a fucking animal.
Oh, well, man.
Quick penis story, right? So, I used to play football when I was younger. My dad would always be down there. He would help us coach or whatever. So he knew. My dad does baseball umpiring. He helps me lead, right? So he knew one of the guys that was a American football referee. So, he was talking to the guy, whatever, and the guy was doing one of the games, and he just had on, older guys were like shorts, because I think that's the style. So my dad was kind of looking at the guy, and then, big guy, huge guy, they call him Sugar Bear. He's a big guy. So he pulled him over at halftime, and he was like, your dick's hanging out the bottom of your shorts. He's like, you gotta tuck that away, this kid's out here. He's like, oh man, sorry. I was like, that's so crazy. Imagine having to go tell another man that your junk is hanging out.
I'm pretty sure you'd be aware of it. He was like, it's draft day.
You think he was showing off for the kids?
Imagine if he turned around and went, I know.
Sugar Bear.
Jesus, Sugar Bear.
I wonder if Sugar Bear's still around.
We've got one from Bobby Parker. So we'll go around that. So I said no, going commando.
Fucking Braw.
I say Braw. In the right circumstances, Braw.
It's a no for guys, but see if a bird's doing it.
It's sexy.
That's a Braw, and she's a slut, and I love it.
Jesus Christ. Bicycle.
I'm only joking, right? I'm sorry. Move on. I'm fucking
That's great.
Oh, Bobby Parker. Speedos on holiday.
Speedos. Okay.
Fucking no.
Aye.
Why did he put an S at the start of it?
Oh, yes.
Well, this is the first time we're actually going to have to get a warning on our show for the listeners.
I'm sorry.
The Monkey Sword Fight Podcast is an adult conversation that occasionally touches on mature subjects.
Yeah, Speedo's no for me because the water's always cold when you jump in it, and then you've got to get out to jump in again. So no.
You know what? I have never worn one, but I don't like the netting in the trunks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm going no.
I think the only time I've ever worn like trunks was when I was like 4 or 5. I think, and ever since then it's been so much short. So that's a no. Yeah, that's an all-round no.
Do you put your boy in something like that? When
No, he gets shorts, man.
Yeah, why do people do that to their kids? No, put them on some shorts. Get them some neat.
I feel like I'm trying to remember all the things that my parents made me do that I didn't enjoy.
Oh, were you in the Y fronts in the pool?
No, I
Yes.
remember I was very little. Yeah.
I was an 80s kid, so it didn't really matter.
I remember you had a pair of shorts that were just loud.
Yeah, remember them?
Yeah, like the yellow and black and fluorescent pink swirls.
They're like Bermuda shorts.
Yeah, they
We
look like
used to
the
call
intro
Bermuda
to Boy Meets World or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's fucking awesome. Saved by the Bell and all that.
You see, I was watching that page that you showed that Zach Morris is an arsehole.
Yes.
Zach Morris is trash.
And it was just like all these ways of why Zach Morris was just the worst person in the world.
We'll put a link to it on the Facebook
Yeah,
page. That's
that'll
funny.
be-
I've watched it a bunch of times.
Craig McCaffrey, and we'll go for the last one from Facebook. Folk who order stuff from takeaways but ask for it not to include something. Chicken curry but no onions from the Chinese seems to be a common one. Just eat it or make it yourself.
This cut me to the bone, this comment, because I agree with him, but I am one of those people because I don't eat onions. So his example, I looked at it and went, fuck, that is me.
Yeah, I'm just actually if I order a calzone, you get these calzones for I can't remember what it is, but like if I'm hungover I want one. But I do like because they chop like an entire onion per calzone.
I love onions.
I wouldn't mind if it was a bit of onion sprinkled in, but you'll bite into it and there'll be literally like a full quarter of an onion just kicking about. I'm like, I don't want that much onion.
Yeah.
So
that's not the same as going to McDonald's and saying I don't want gherkins on my burger. Is that the same sort of thing?
yeah, that's like I did that too because I didn't like.
See, I just picked them off though.
But I think they leave an aftertaste.
I love them. I always go to McDonald's and I'll say, like, I ordered a quarter pounder without cheese the other day, and like they get so confused by it. They're like, without cheese? What? Can you make a burger without
It's
cheese?
better now since they've got the wee touchscreen things because you can remove it before you order it. You
Yeah.
go see the guy who ordered a slice of cheese.
Yeah.
Like he removed everything off the Big Mac until it was that he was just wanting somebody to give him a box with a fucking slice of processed cheese in it.
People have too much time.
Yeah, they do. I'm going to say no to. I'm going to say Braw for not asking for stuff. I think that's the way we go with it.
Braw for not asking.
I'm okay with not asking for stuff on stuff.
If I'm doing the order, I think that's Braw, yeah. Because I don't want to have to tell the person on the phone and be like, yeah, remove this, remove that, blah, blah, blah. No onions in my fried rice. No. Just order it and then pick it out, especially if you're doing a big order.
No, see, if I'm paying for it, I want it to be made how I want it to be made.
Good point. Very good
I
point.
think if it's one thing, it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
if you said to him, right, I want a spicy Szechuan chicken, but I don't want any bamboo shoots in it. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But I think if you're going to go like, I don't want onions in it, and I don't want fucking that, you're just like, bro, order something else.
Yeah, if I'm removing one ingredient, so I'm going to say, well, how do we work this? So, are you raw if you're in favour with doing this?
And no, if you're in favour of not doing it, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, so mine would be a no because he's picking stuff off.
Yeah.
Bra, because I'd be like, take it out.
I might be punch drunk, but I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So.
Yeah, I'm a little,
Yeah,
I'm a little confused on the bra.
yeah, that was.
So I'm for. Fuck me, this is. Right, so if I was to order a chicken curry with no onions, I'm happy to do that.
Okay.
So I'm on the opposite side of Craig, who I think is against it.
Oh, okay.
Because he says just eat it or make it yourself.
Okay, yeah. So I am for that. So I'm bra. I'm for.
Yeah, okay, you're raw, I'm not. Let's fucking
okay.
move on. What's next on the list? My head
You know those little cans of the Vaseline cans of lip balm? Mm-hmm. So like using lip balm that aren't in like a normal applicator, bra or no?
I'm down because like you look like a.
Yeah, but see, but if you have the cans,
What do you look like? Finish that. What were you saying?
you might as well. This
Yeah,
fucking whole
exactly.
episode is.
I'm not. I can't because we already went too far. A nugget, shall we say? So I think if you're going to do it, you might as well just rub it on.
Yeah, but then you're putting your finger in there. God knows where your hands have been if you're at work touching on your desk.
If it's fair point.
That is a good point.
I don't like putting my hands in stuff and putting it on my face. I'd rather just have the applicator, even though the applicator on some of mine are kind of gross.
But it's the way you do it. You have like you have it between your forefinger and thumb, and your rest of your finger spread out, and you push your lips up. I've seen you do it. It's
And
really
mine
weird.
is red too. So it's basically it's lipstick. I put
It's when you stick your heels and your wig on it, it gets fucking weird. I'm going to say
Biting a napkin like that.
I very rarely use lip balm. Like
Really?
very rare. I don't really, even in the cold, I don't tend to get chapped lips very often. So
lip balm and sunglasses are in the same camp. Whereas like if you never need them, you won't ever need them. But once you start, like you need to wear sunglasses all the time. You know what I mean? Or you need to use lip balm.
well, we're getting pretty famous in Perth, so I wear my sunglasses everywhere.
That's true. Yeah.
Apart from right now.
I just wear a full mask, like a tinted mask.
Did you see the video of Rita Ora on Instagram? She was like, her flight got cancelled for a gig in Dundee, so she got a train, and she was sitting on the train with one of those fucking like surgical masks over her face.
Oh yeah.
So I think she didn't get spotted. And I was like,
That's
she
kind of
seems
drawing attention to yourself. That.
yeah, she seems like a bit of a roaster if you ask me. She seems like she's a fucking heed the ball.
That's the need the ball. That's the move now in the Far East countries. They wear those surgical masks.
Well, they have to because of the pollution.
Smog.
Well, even when they come over here now, they wear them too. I guess it's maybe.
Well, I think it's just because I know when Matt moved over to China, he had to download an app that says whether or not it's safe to go outside on certain days if the pollution's really bad. So there's an app that says no, or there's an app that says like no, don't go outside, or it says go outside but wear your mask.
Yeah.
So you have to get like the ventilation mask. Some of them look cool as fuck. You look like Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat.
It's slowly creeping into the hip hop community as well. Those masks.
So many things creeping into the hip hop community.
Yeah,
We don't need to
a
talk
lot of
about.
weird stuff creeping into the hip hop.
I'm going to say Braw for the little times I use it. I don't mind if it's a can or an applicator, but I'll say Braw.
I can't remember what way it was going here, but I don't really give a shit. I'll use applicator or a finger.
Either one.
Yeah, I don't really mind.
I'm
saying
Braw.
no. Yeah, it's bro. I had someone ask me to use my chapstick the other day. That's weird.
What?
Isn't it?
For them to use it.
Yeah. She was like, "Oh, I'll just squeeze some out on my hand and then I'll put it on my lips." And I was like, "I don't know if I'm still comfortable with that. I don't like
But
that."
I don't mind like
It's a personal
if it's
thing.
me and Megan, then yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
Oh yeah,
a
if
wee
it's someone
man, but like
who's-
if it's a stranger,
Buy your fucking own.
I know, right?
you can't rub my shit on your face.
That and earbuds. I had someone ask for my earbuds too. And then they went to the bathroom with them, and I was like, "You can keep those.
Don't recycle earbuds.
I don't want those. Yeah, I don't want your earwax in my ears.
I tend to keep a spare pair at work.
I do
Like
too.
on the occasion that I forget to take mine with me in a rush
Yeah.
in the morning, I've got a pair sitting there so that I don't have to borrow anyone else's.
Stash them away. Yeah.
Alright, last one here. The Beastie Boys.
Yeah, Beastie Boys, Braw or no, the pioneers of hip
How
hop.
can anybody say no?
I know, I do love about the Beastie Boys. Like,
Fucking legends.
Can't say no to that. That's a broad.
That's a no all the way.
really?
Their music's terrible. They have
No.
like it's
You listen to fucking Shiki fucking 6ix9ine, bro. Fucking come on now.
what's a good Beastie Boys song?
Intergalactic.
Intergalactic, check it out.
Come on.
Sabotage.
Sabotage.
You got to fight for
Come
your right
To party.
I think that if the Beastie Boys were just like, if they were to come out like now, everyone would be like, nah.
Yeah, but if you took that 69 fucker and put him back in the 90s, then
That's
we think he's an
shot.
idiot.
Yeah.
Around the time of Tupac and Biggie.
Oh, can you
all these
imagine him
legends.
walking in and trying to speak to Tupac and Biggie in person?
They love him.
You saw the
would
video I sent to the group chat today.
I watched that whole interview.
watched it.
And he sat there in the interview and they're like, do you take the craft seriously? And he went, take my craft seriously? Do the fuck, man? He's like, we go to the studio, we have a laugh. He's like, listen to this. It's like dripping, wet, super soak out that woman, Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
And he's like laughing about it. He's like, it's a fucking piss take. But no matter what we do, we go in and have a laugh and it's a fucking hit.
It works for him. So.
And mate, it made me think about the little series you used to do on Twitter, which was the decline of Western civilization.
More proof of the decline.
I'm pretty sure
We've got some more proof here tonight.
Oh, okay.
I just honestly, he makes me, every now and then he pops up on my Instagram.
Takashi.
Yeah, and he was sitting with his grill, and it looked like he just stuck Starburst to the side of his mouth. That's not a grill. Or like, somebody please beat him up again. Like, I felt a bit sorry for him, but then he comes and opens his mouth, and I no longer feel sorry for him. I want somebody to
I've
mug him.
decided that there is no hip hop and rap anymore.
It's slowly dying.
There isn't any.
Well, there is underground. You got to look. You got to look.
I
for
quite like
independent.
Webby. I quite like Webby. He's quite good.
UK hip hop's got a lot of good stuff coming up.
There's a good song called what was his song? It might be something like The Decline. I've got it on here as well.
The guy from Baton Rouge.
No.
Oh, yeah, there is a Webby. Yeah.
That's the guy that I found here.
I don't know.
yeah.
Quickly.
Bad bitch, swerve. Hanging out with his boy, Lil Boozy.
Lil Boosie.
His freestyle was amazing. It's this guy here with the glasses and the hat on. Chris Webb.
Oh, Chris Webby, right?
Chris Webby. His Raw Thoughts. His song Raw Thoughts is just brilliant.
I'll have to give you a copy of
Nice, we'll check that out.
Barclay's album.
Oh,
Boy
yeah.
from Perth, Alex's.
I got an
EP.
extra one right there, actually. If you want
Who's
to take
that?
that one.
The boy that we had on was a guest of ours. Barclay is a boy from Perth. His album is
Alright.
fucking quality.
Yeah.
Wicked.
I was
Okay.
bumping that the other day.
Yeah, we've
windows
had him,
down.
had him on a couple of times, man, and it's proper.
Shout the bar,
proper
right?
good, like,
As long as
shit
he's
to
saying
Barclay.
something. He's
Yes,
using
well,
his
he's
definitely
Yeah,
saying something,
he spent a bit of time inside.
Alright.
And he wrote this sort of off the back end. A lot of the stuff was written when he was in there, and it is proper produced by Andy Mack. So all the pieces of
brilliant.
music from
Good.
Andy Mack.
He put like a little freestyle. Did you see the one that he did where he's sitting in front of the computer on Facebook? That shit was crazy. I was like, this is hot.
Yeah, it was down at his, I think, the other night when he was doing that.
Oh, yeah. He's got a nice little setup there.
Yeah.
Yeah, honest man, cracking, absolutely. Because we had them on, because I remember before we had them on, Andy sent us a Russ call for the EP. I don't know about Mike, but I was a bit nervous. I was like, see if this is bad, and we've got to speak to him.
Yeah.
But I sat and listened to it. Sat and listened to it the night before I went to bed, and I listened to it like 3 or 4 times at work. And as soon as it went on Spotify, I was like in the car blaring it.
Yeah.
So enjoy
Wicked.
that.
I'll give that.
I've even put my name to it and helped him, put it all together if I didn't think it
Oh,
was.
the
Of course,
the beats
you-
are fantastic,
obviously.
man.
Yeah.
Nah,
It's a good album.
Shout out Alex. Bart,
Shout out to Bart, right, man.
Shout out Macapella sitting right here with
Oh,
us.
yeah.
Do you know we just got another Braw knock coming as well on the
okay.
Twitter? Shout out to the Twitter fam.
Oh!
My boy Gaza Monroe
Gaza.
says if it's not too late for a Braw knock, chatty taxi drivers, i.e. the ones who, and I quote, on a dreich Monday morning want nothing more than to recreate the Spanish Inquisition discussing every topic under the sun. I can't even say it. Chatty taxi
I
drivers.
didn't mind, man, because there's nothing worse than if you get in a taxi. Because as well, like, so if you get in a taxi with your pals, and one of you sits in the front and the other sits in the back, and the taxi driver says nothing,
Yeah.
and it feels like there's an atmosphere in the car.
Yeah.
So you spend your entire journey like,
That's exactly what it should be.
nah, but you don't like people.
Well, like some people, like you.
Cheers, man. But
I like the guys at the table.
Oh, we like you
What
too.
is it? They're related. They're nice. So
Yeah, they're cool. I like that. I've got friends now.
I didn't mind the chatty taxi driver as long as their patter's alright, and a lot of time their patter's no bad.
Yeah. It has to be good.
Plus, they must have to put up with some amount of shit. man.
Yeah.
Well, they're choosing to. It's their job.
Oh, definitely. But I was saying, like 3 o'clock in the morning, the dancing empties out, and
Oh, I know, yeah.
See if they've got no chat. My theory is just ask for the aux cord.
Yeah, for sure.
Why not? Yeah.
Totally.
you done that before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of guys in the States and that do. Like,
With the Ubers and
yeah,
everything.
you
Yeah.
just like jump in the Uber, can I get the aux cord, mate?
It's funny that this has come up because I mean it's not really big in Perth, unfortunately, like with the rideshare and stuff. But Lyft, like kind of Uber's rival, they now have you can order a ride and then you can have kind of like a do not disturb button. So it's kind of like, I don't want this guy or girl who's driving this car talking to me, so I can book my ride, hit that do not disturb, get in the car, and then they know where you're going already because it's on the phone. They'll just take it to where you're going, and that's it. I was like, that's an awesome idea.
That is awesome.
That's I'll say Braw, because like the ones that got decent patter, I'm alright with.
No, I'm a no for that.
I'm happy to talk. Braw.
Gaz Monroe also corrected me when we were talking about Pulp Fiction the other day. The song that I was talking about, that the scene from the cafe that's from Pulp Fiction, was from Scooby Snacks by Thumb of the Criminals.
Oh, there's a tune.
So it wasn't.
I thought in the cafe, Tim Roth.
Yeah, Tim Roth. I thought that it was a Prodigy song for some reason, but no, it was Scooby Snacks.
Scooby Snacks, yep.
Good tune. So, have we got any more Braw Noise that has ran out for this week?
That's it.
Nah, that's it.
That was a good round. I like that one. That was good.
Well, we jump into what we've been watching.
Yeah.
Nice.
What have you been watching or listening to this week?
I'll kick things off.
Dive in.
I've been binge watching Red Dwarf.
Nice.
It's all the original 8 series are all on Netflix. It doesn't have any of the new ones that came out on Dave the last few years, but I've in the last sort of 4 days I've binge watched the 8 original series, and they're still just fucking hilarious, man.
They're good.
I always think it's a very, I know it's quite big over here, but like, even then it's a very underrated series. Like the storylines were brilliant. They were actually quite engaging. There was bits of proper dread, kind of sad bits, and the chemistry between all the actors and actresses was always brilliant.
Yeah.
And it was never too far, and it was never super explained. Like there was loads of open-ended things or things that didn't make sense, but you weren't bothered because it was just brilliant. So if anyone's never seen it, get on Netflix and just crack on Red Dwarf. It looks a bit older, man, but it doesn't matter because it's proper funny. What have I been listening to? I've not actually been listening to much the last few days because I've had the wee man, so it's pretty much been Netflix. A lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and still watching that Cosmos with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, you know what? I meant to watch
just
that.
losing my mind completely because it's done in a way that idiots like us can understand, but it is so fucking good, man. I could listen to Neil deGrasse Tyson talk all day. The man has a voice like a silk cougar.
Yeah.
Silk.
It's
Barry White.
Oh. I feel there's something else I'm missing. Oh, I listened to Kyle Faulkner, the singer of The Views solo album.
He's way off on tour. I just saw he's punting his tickets now for that.
He's
Kyle Faulkner?
the singer from The View.
Okay,
The band
alright,
The View.
yeah.
Kyle Faulkner, his solo album, he sort of wrote when he was in a Thailand rehab centre. Actually really good. I feel like, because he said himself that his voice is starting to come back, because I don't know if you've ever seen The View, but it was a lottery. You're either going to see them before they've got too malkid and they were brilliant, or you'd see the singer after he'd had 3 bottles of vodka and could barely stand in front of his microphone. But if they were on form, one of the best live bands I've ever seen. So a solo album, it's not as good as The View stuff. It's a little bit more sort of light. There's a couple of sort of country-like tracks, but can't fault the songwriting. So I'd give that a solid 7.5 bananas.
7.5 bananas.
Yeah,
There's a lot of peels there.
It's a strong album in my opinion.
There you go.
But that's all me this week. So Mikey Dots, carry on.
First, I'll say what I've been watching. Power. I've been watching Power, which has been all right. It's getting a little weird, but all right. I think it's called Who Is America? We kind of talked about it last week.
Is this the Sacha Baron Cohen?
The Sacha Baron Cohen one, and I think I may have gave it like an all right rating. I watched this week's episode, and that man is out of his fucking mind. Like,
I've not watched the second one yet.
The way he lures people into these things, it's like, oh my god.
He's always just had like biggest balls in the world. Do you remember when he done Borat and he walked into a Texan rodeo and started singing the Kazakhstan national anthem, but he'd made up, and they were booing, and he actually made it onto the local news and stuff.
Yeah,
like
start singing about potassium.
Yeah, man. Or like,
because they have the best potassium.
Or he walked up to a yard sale, like just a normal American yard sale, and he's like, "Did you shrink this Jew?" And he picks up a Barbie doll. Do you know what I mean?
He kept calling him gypsies. He's like, "You stay away, gypsy." But just a quick touch on what happened on this episode. Spoiler alert. He had Roy Moore on. Are you familiar with Roy Moore?
This boy was accused of...
He was accused of kind of, when he was... This is back, I think back in the 60s, but like being with like a 14-year-old or 15-year-old. Okay. So he plays kind of like this Israeli kind of militant kind of guy.
Oh yeah, he was on the first one.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, we have this pedophile detector. So he rubs it along himself and it doesn't beep. And then he goes along Roy Moore and it's like, beep. And he's like, oh, it must not work. So he calls another guy over, waves along him, doesn't go off. And he goes to Roy Moore again, it beeps again. And he's like, your jacket, did you give it to a pedophile beforehand? And he's like, no. And he's like, this is done. We're getting out of here. And I was like, I was cringing in front of the TV like, oh my God, he's telling this guy in his face.
I was watching something on like the 4OD app, and you know, like it comes up with the adverts in between like all the box sets, and it's got the Ali G, the original show box sets, and there's got a video of when he was Ali G, he interviewed Donald Trump. Do you know what I mean? So there is an interview of Ali G and the current president of the United States.
I'm surprised that hasn't made its
I know,
rounds.
I can't believe it's not actually been doing more rounds, but I'm thinking I've got to go back and watch Ali G.
It's not really a great interview because Trump doesn't really
engage.
He knew it was a piss take and he's just fucking fobbing him off all the
I
time.
used to love Ali G, man. I watched the film not that long ago actually, and it's just cracked me up.
I got that. That was Ali G, Mr. Bean, and there was one other thing were my first exposures to British life.
Mr. Bean's a good one.
Yeah.
Mr. Bean's just an
Rowan
easy comedy,
Atkinson's
man.
Yeah, he's great.
What else you got, mate?
What else have I been watching? Football, NFL starting soon, so I re-upped on my NFL package and just been I was watching that all day
Are
today.
you actually going back to it after all like the entire season last year was just you complaining about this the NFL pass?
I know, but it's the only way you can watch. I'm not getting Sky to watch it one day a week. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of good content on there when it works.
I'm going to try and make a bit more of an effort to watch a bit more NFL this year because I think the Super Bowl reminded me exactly why I love American football.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying when you get the games that are just run, stop. Whereas like the NFL, and it can be good, the run game can be impressive, but the Super Bowl last year was like just Hail Mary passes the whole way.
It would be good maybe if I don't mind recording on a Sunday night if you guys are up for it. We could watch a couple of games, or at least.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
Go Redskins.
Oh, get out of here.
The Jets bite.
Music wise, not really the albums, but I've listened to a couple of songs. Andy's gonna shit all over this, but actually no, wait. A podcast I've listened to called we just sometimes disagree on things musically. A podcast first called The Basement Yard. So there's this guy Danny Lopriori that I used to follow on Instagram, and he was big on Vine too, just like short little stupid videos. He's on there, very, very funny, highly recommend it. But anyway, back to music. No Brainer, Justin Bieber is on there. Quavo,
DJ Khaled one.
DJ
I've not actually heard it
Khaled.
yet.
Catch your shit.
I seen the advert with him and his little boy, like arguing
Assad,
over this, and it's cracking me up.
He's so stupid. He was on Instagram and he has an Instagram for his son that I assume he runs. So he put a video up and then he commented, "Oh, Assad, send me this," and it was like, what? We know what's going on here.
One of my favourite musicians is that write your favourite DJ Khaled lyric, and someone just wrote underneath it DJ Khaled.
Ariana Grande had a song recently called God's Woman, very good, and I think that's pretty much it.
And you're losing so many points.
I like pop music, man. I'm getting to that age. My daughters
Okay.
get me into this. At least I'm blaming it on them.
Paul, you want to go with? You got anything on?
I was just watched The Godfather this week, part 1 and 2.
Nice.
It was on a movie channel, so I really like the movies. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah,
Never get
nice.
old. And just jamming to Tupac and Biggie, really.
That's your typical.
That's my typical
You see
music.
that?
Anyway.
You see
Works for me,
that?
man.
You see that A-team stripe on the van outside? You know there's going to be old school hip hop blaring out the windows.
There's a guy that I've been listening to on YouTube. I'll try and find him just now, but he plays guitar, and he takes he's got Vanilla Ice and he's made it into an actual like a guitar tune. I'm trying to find the guy here, but he's amazing. I'm trying to find it, but I've been listening to a lot of his stuff.
Marty Ray Project.
That's the one. Yep, Marty Ray Project. I've been listening to a lot of his stuff.
Cool.
Get some videos up on the webpage.
Because I'm trying to learn how he plays the guitar, the notes he uses for these songs just for shits and giggles. But the way he done Vanilla Ice, Ice Ice Baby was fucking amazing.
You picked up the guitar. When was it you started? It was almost been like two years of me playing.
No, 1 year.
1 year.
If that.
You've picked up probably because I've always been playing because I've always been shitey guitar, but you've picked up magically, mentally.
Well, it's just I only know a couple of chords and you just play the couple of chords until they sound like a tune.
Still doing better than I could. Anything else to report?
Nothing really.
Macapella.
A couple of things for me, just usual for me, a lot of YouTube. So obviously keeping tabs on stuff. I watched a documentary called Cocaine Cowboys.
Holy shit, that is a good documentary.
Fuck me, that was awesome.
On YouTube.
I just wanted to go out and just start buying grams. Absolutely mental. No,
That is a crazy that actually happened. You're like, the shootouts just in the middle of Miami were crazy.
Absolutely insane. Like that documentary, I don't want to give too much away or go into a deep synopsis or anything like that, but
I'll have to check it out.
these guys fucking ran Miami late 70s through to mid-late 80s, and just some of the shit that they were getting up to was just fucking crazy. Another one, a game. However, this isn't a game that I played. This is a game that I watched somebody stream over 7 parts, an hour a day, every day over the week. It was called Detroit Become Human. It's about basically set in the future, humans build these androids, but the androids start to develop feelings and emotions and then rise up against their masters. Although I didn't play the game, I actually sat and watched somebody stream it, as I say, in hour blocks every day over a week for the whole story.
Yeah.
And I sat there. It's on PS4 only. You know, I play Xbox.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's good. I don't have an Xbox anymore, but I'll still kick your ass. But yeah, no, it looked really, really dope. And I was sitting there, I was like, do you know what? If that ever did hit the Xbox, that would be something I would totally play.
What's the name of the game?
It's called Detroit Become Human.
Detroit Become Human.
So-
That sounds awesome.
I'll just sorry.
It's really, really good. Apart from that, it's just been keeping tabs on my usual YouTube guys, my Casey Neistats.
He's great. I like him.
Casey's fucking awesome.
I need to up my YouTube game. I feel like I'm missing out big time. I just remember off the top of my head, I watched a Netflix original film called Extinction the other day. It's a sci-fi, so an action thriller, but it was fucking brilliant. Like, it was so good, man. The story is fantastic and original. Like, you do not see the end. Like, it's brilliant. So if you've got it's only about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes long, so it doesn't take up much of your evening. But Extinction, or was it Annihilation? There's 2 of them. But no, there's 2 of them.
Watch both of them and decide which one's the best.
One of them's got Natalie Portman and Tessa Thompson from Creed and Thor. Kind of lassie, the Adonis Creed's missus in Creed. It's got her and Natalie Portman in it.
It's Extinction.
It's Extinction that I'm talking about. Yeah.
No, it's not. It's called Annihilation.
Which one?
Now you're fucking
The one with Natalie Portman's called Extinction. The one I watched is called Annihilation. It's got Michael Pena.
The one with Natalie Portman is called Annihilation.
Why did you put? Oh, there it
Because
is.
that's what I did there.
Right, I watched Extinction with
Okay.
Michael Pena, and it is brilliant.
I like Michael
I've
Pena.
also heard good things about Annihilation with Natalie Portman. That's next on the list. But if you do get a couple hours spare on a Sunday night, Extinction. It's the one without Natalie Portman in it.
Right. But we'll review Annihilation next week.
I will, honestly, I'll give Extinction. I'll give my second banana review. I will give it 8 bananas.
Oh my god, it's generous, man.
I'm telling you, man, it's a belter, and I think it's difficult now to actually get an original premise, and that one does it fucking
If
spectacular.
you've given it a 7.5 and an 8 tonight, I'm going to have to give the Cocaine Cowboys an 8.5 bananas.
That's it. I thought that could have been
at least a 9.
that could have been a lot more potassium. That's like that's like a 10 to me. That documentary is insane.
Talking in weights.
A 10?
Is that we're going to give it 9 grams out of 10?
9 lines out of 10.
Moving on.
Really sorry, Mum. really.
Oh, it's alright, Mrs. Patch, it's me. Not Jordan.
Right, well, on that note, I would like to say sorry. I'm joking. Thank you very much for everyone who's made it to the end of this episode.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Paul, for coming on and being with us.
It's been great. Thanks
Been a
again for
blast.
having me.
You can find us again on all the usual social medias. We're on Twitter, MSF_podcast, monkeyswordfightpodcast@gmail.com, Facebook, Podbean, monkeyswordfightpodcast,
Yes.
Instagram.
Monkey Sword Fight Podcast, all one word.
I'm on Twitter at Wagwan Patrice. That's WAGJUANPATRICE.
I also spend far too much time on Twitter at @_mdots.
You can catch me creeping about at Macapella.
Paul,
And,
share.
and I'm a plumber from Perth.
Paul
My
Patrick
name's
coming
Paul.
in. Anyway, thank you
I
very
think
much.
I've got an email address.
You want it? You want to do it?
No, I just want you to know. Just listed off
can
my head,
get
but stuff.
emails.
I do have an email address and a modular phone device.
Fuck it. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.
Love you. Peace.